Once again, Frank is not with us this week. We've talked about him for a long time, but Frank's father-in-law, Sam, at 102 years old, passed away in his sleep peacefully. Right before he passed away, he did something all of us younger people, and I say younger myself being in my almost 50s, but everyone else here wishes they could do. Sam went viral on TikTok 2 weeks before he died because Frank took a video of him golfing at 102, and it got over 200,000 views in one day. So it's weird that a man that was alive before even the internet or electricity basically went out being viral on goddamn TikTok. Wow. And it's insane. But Frank, our hearts and thoughts are with you, and we know you'll be back soon enough. That way, take it away, Bobby.
And there is something beautiful about going out in your sleep. But don't sleep on this podcast. It's the POS show with your host, Pat Oates. And playing the role of announcer and co-host tonight, Bobby Tamburo. And our lovely guests. You know him. You love him. He looks ghosty tonight. It's Dan Brown at Ghosty Films.
Hi,
and a new guest who we're super excited to have, Crip, a.k.a. Steve. It does feel weird to call you that. What's going on, guys?
I was living the dream, bud.
Oh, the music ended. I think we were all getting lap dances. Futurama lap dances. What is that song?
That song is called Enemy. If you Google free license hip hop beats, it's the first one that comes up. You do not have to go far.
Is it spelled enemy like the word enemy or like
yeah? There's no like
like a Marley and Me with a black guy.
Nope, it's spelled appropriately. I think it has to be for like the free stuff.
Can we make a new T-shirt called N and Me instead of Marley and Me? It's just a nice story. Instead of a dog, it's just a black guy and me.
When they come for us, it's just going to be like their podcast. Really, they didn't do anything that wild, but their T-shirt store. Oh,
the T-shirt store they never started, but it had the biggest catalog of all time.
Yeah,
we've come up with 1,000 T-shirts, but Ed and Me would sell good. Not as good as our Hebel Knievel, which I still want to do. I think, Crip, tell me this is not a good idea. You have, say like Auschwitz is happening and you're sad. No one make you happier if a Jewish stuntman came and he jumped over a giant menorah. That's Hebel Knievel. That's my guy. He's gonna jump over his Jewish shit.
I'm not saying I don't. I mean, I'm down for it.
I think we're all down for it, except for maybe the people in Auschwitz. I have to recreate Auschwitz.
Except for a couple like 6 million or whatever. Those guys weren't.
Numbers.
What are numbers, really?
My friend, as a kid, was Jewish, and he really loved G.I. Joe. And this other guy would always go, G.I. Jew, a real American Hebrew. Every time we saw him.
I got to turn down the sound. Give me a second.
That kid is, he gets a shout out right away. That kid is amazing. How old was he singing G.I. Joe?
Maybe like, I don't know, 10?
That's awesome. If you said like 18, I'm like, fuck him.
So a father who needs to be investigated by Child Protective Services.
Still singing it now.
But now he's singing it like acoustically. Now he does unplugged versions of it. He's all sad.
Take me back to my youth here with this one.
He's like Aaron Lewising it up. He's like, it's very raspy and nice. But we're happy to have Dan again with us here. Crip joining us for the first time. The difference between the two of them is Crip can actually leave his house. Dan doesn't.
True. Again.
That's what I did there. Bobby's got the Smokey's tits are back out. Crip, if you don't know about that, for a long period of time, Bobby would show different people's tits in the background, and it distracted some and made some loved it. But there was arguments. So a fan of ours, you know Smokey from Twitter.
I do know Smokey. Know Smokey well.
That's Smokey's tits from Twitter. She's a fan of the show and said, I've got a video, and now it helps that a fan of the show was part of the show. So that's her.
Shout out Smokey.
Yes, very much so. Very shout out.
In addition to being a fan of the show, she's also what I like to consider the last great American hero.
And she's Canadian.
Yeah, they say from Canada.
American continental, not necessarily United States, guys. Come on, let's not be so nationalistic. All right, we've already made enough Jew jokes. We can't do both. You gotta pick one or the other.
No, we can do both. We can do it all. USA,
you shouldn't say that with that haircut.
For Jews. USA, except for Jews. That's my new chant. You can't spell Jew with USA.
Jesus Christ.
There's no U in Jew. That's our new shirt. Because it sounds like there should be.
That's
And
not
there
our new
should be.
shirt. That's where I
That's
draw
our
the
new shirt.
line.
There's no you and Jill. But there is an ew.
Jesus Christ.
We did it. We solved anti-Semitism.
Boy, people would just be confused. Like, are they trying to convert people to Christianity? Like, are they trying to? They wouldn't have any idea.
Aren't they? Don't they sort of like exclude people? Like, unless your mother was born, that you're not allowed in. So I don't think they are trying to expand, are they?
Actually, Judaism is one of the like easiest to convert to. Like, the process is difficult, but they're the most accepting of converts.
Oh.
Did they get you, Bobby?
No,
They got you.
No, they've got these wagons in New York City that take you and do mitzvahs real quick, like on the bus. And every time I walk by, they're like, "Brother," and I'm like, "No, you parking up the wrong tree." Like you guys, but no, not today.
Do they call that mitzvah with the driving wagon fast Juber?
What was it?
Uber instead of Uber. They pick you up.
You're not like that. I just genuinely didn't hear that. That's great.
Each car has a nice little yarmulke on the back.
You get a
Little sun
yarmulke when you
covering.
leave.
You know, like, you always have a hat on. It's like, no, I'm just balding. I'm trying to cover that up. It has nothing to do with religious faith.
And they have one for your mother. It's a mamaka for your yarmulke, or your yarmulke for your mom. We're doing it all. Harmonica. That's it. I rhymed. I did it. Bobby, only your video's freezing for me, and you freeze in the greatest ways. Like, every time I say a horrible Jewish thing, you go, and it freeze like that. So it's awesome. It's like you're putting your nose up at me, like, how dare you?
How dare you?
I didn't start this, Bobby. I mean, Dan's friend did by singing that song.
I did. Oh, I did what?
Your friend started that by
yeah,
making that
yeah.
Jew song.
Yep. He was racist, sort of.
That's not racist, though. It's anti-Semitic. They're not a race. They're a religion.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're
Yeah,
also allowed to be soldiers. There could be a GI Jew. There's nothing wrong with that.
They're allowed to be, but their mothers won't let them.
I don't know if you've seen the videos, dude, but Israeli
There's some hot
soldiers
ones.
are the shit. Yeah, they just
There's
give
some hot
hot
ones.
women AK-47s to go recruit guys to the army. The
Yeah, but that's
Israeli
not a
army is
real
the
army.
best.
That's a toy army. You know.
Hey, I'd fucking join
We'd
it.
slap them around
They
whenever
got
we
me.
wanted to.
I'm just saying. That brings me to a great point. Like, my dad was like, you should do something with your life. What if you put 20 years into comedy and then nothing comes out of it? And it's like, well, I could have been a soldier. I could have put 20 years into it and then nothing would have come out of it.
You could have had 2 Vietnamese babies.
Exactly. Or I could have fought for a country and then we could have just given it back overnight, you know? Like, oh, well, there's 20 years of my life. At least I'm having fun doing comedy, Dad.
I think that's the first time we were ever relevant. You just did it. We're telling jokes in the news. Bobby's stepping it up. Bobby had a big week. He's like the star of Compound Media now. Now he's bringing Afghan jokes, doing it all.
Nice.
I know. I heard Bobby destroy. He won't say this, but I heard from several people that were there. Bobby was on a show in shows with Aaron Berg, Anthony fucking Cumia, you name Pat Dixon, whoever was there. Bobby was the killer. Bobby crushed. Everybody thought he was the best of the whole fucking weekend.
Nice.
It was a shit show, fun-filled weekend. Like, I mean,
Don't downplay it. You fucking crushed.
had a good
Anthony
weekend.
Cumia on his show said you're his favorite booth guy, and that's fucking huge.
Nice.
It's probably because you get him hot.
I plead the fifth on that one. No, honestly, I think it's because I know he just doesn't like to talk to people. So, like, we've hung out where he just looks at his phone and I just look at my phone. He's like, that was a great time. And I was like, thanks. I had a good time too.
I remember one time I went to do the show up there, and I was sitting in the little green room area, whatever it is, the waiting room, and he walked in and had his lunch, and I also ate lunch, but I was at the couch and he was at the table, so we're good like 10 yards apart in silence. And then when we were on the show, he said at the beginning, Pat and I had lunch together. I thought that was the best. Like, yeah, we were in a room.
We did.
We had lunch, but there was no speaking, and I forgot he was even there. But to him, that's a lunch together.
He's like, that's a perfect day.
He's the man. He was super supportive, super nice guy to me. You know, I really appreciate everything he's done for me. And
The simple fact that he does not need to be on these shows. Berg is putting these together to help all you guys out, get his career out there. I mean, Berg's a star as it is as well. But Anthony Cumia does not need to show up at these shows, but but he's doing it so people will want to be there, so you guys get a chance to be on it. It's amazing. He's not a stand-up comic. It's incredible that he's even doing this.
He has a blast. He's fun. You know what I mean? Like,
no, without a doubt, I'm sure he's enjoying himself. I'm saying at the same time, Berg could just put these together and have the comedians in the compound and not have Cumia there. He's not a comedian. But he knows the audiences want him. He wants you guys to have a great audience, so he goes there. He doesn't have to travel to Cleveland. He doesn't want to go to fucking Cleveland. The guy has money. Why would he go to Cleveland?
I mean, it was cool for me that it was in Cleveland because I have a lot of family in Cleveland, so they were able to come out and see me, like, in that element. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's why you did well?
No. They only came to the Thursday night show, and but it was cool because they were like, you know what I mean, to see me. They saw me in that perspective, not like the normal, hey, I'm at a dive bar in Cleveland, Ohio. You guys want to come out? I need 5 people so I can get 10 minutes.
It wasn't a bringer.
Like they came out, I came out to applause. So that was pretty cool. None of them got super offended. Anthony went after my aunt, which was pretty funny. She was wearing a mask.
Sexually or like maybe
no, because she was wearing a mask. He's like, oh, I didn't know that was your aunt. I was like, no, you talked to her the way we've all wanted to talk to her for years. Thank you. Like, I told my parents that we're throwing a victory party. They're like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to us. So thank you. And then, I got to host a couple of the shows, got spots in the others. It was fun. I threw all my material at the wall, like jokes, anything I had, I pretty much used that weekend, which was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a while since I've gotten to do like that much time.
How much time did you do?
Altogether, probably close to an hour.
Oh, but each show you did what, like 20?
I mean, I would do 10 or 7, depending. If I was hosting, I did 10, and then a minute here and there in between, and it was fun.
I did over an hour, and it was just one show, but that was me.
Well, you're a headliner. That's awesome. Where was it at?
It was in a movie theater in fucking Manchester, New Hampshire.
Oh, but look at you! You're a star, buddy.
They put the picture of the headliner like it's a movie. And the best thing ever is they put like the rating for it. And I was rated R, and I was so fucking happy. It was like, finally, the audience knows what they're walking into. So at one point I said something fucked up. This lady goes, oh my. And another guy just goes, it's okay. It's rated R. I was like, oh yeah, it is rated R.
Yeah, it is.
Take that, bitch. But we had these 2 kids up front that were, literally just turned 21. They were drunk as fuck. They had a bucket of beer. Just 2 white boys having a good time at a comedy show. They weren't heckling, but they were so drunk they would acknowledge every joke or every reference, and they would just repeat it out loud. So the host comic was like about 10 years older than me. He was an old hack. Like, he had some dumbass fucking joke. I watched a video of him on the way there, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna stink. But he had one joke I liked because he's all clean, and then he goes, my ex-wife had a trucker mouth. She didn't swear, but a lot of truckers were in there. And I was like, what? And I was like, whoa, like, that's a good bit. And then he had nothing else like that again. I was like, that sucked. And then the second comic is a guy I'd known for a while, this dude from Western Mass named Tim McKeever, funny dude. But he's closing things all about how he can't quit drinking because people that don't drink are too boring and you don't want to hear their stupid stories. So I walk up, being sober for 5 years. I'm like, I guess you guys just go fucking home. I guess this is going to be fucking boring. They start giving Tim the middle finger, like, fuck off. Right away, these 2 kids start like, yeah, fuck him. And they're just like drunk, whatever. And I don't usually go to like destroying kids like at the beginning. I kind of wait a little bit. But after 2 minutes of them getting a little rowdy, I was just like, your parents are just mad the coat hanger missed. And like the whole theater, there's like 150 people just exploded into it. And the kid stands up and goes, almost aborted. It was like the best. Like, then he sat back down, and then he would just chime in when he could, but then like he never derailed anything. It was a beautiful.
He was a supportive guy. That's awesome.
So into it, he kept forgetting there was 150 people there, and he just kept thinking it was just him and me. And it was like
sick.
So fucking funny. But they had a good time. And then after the show, this old fuck and his wife walk up to me. I put this on Facebook, but like he walks a lot of times after shows. Probably that happens to you, Dan. I know what's happened to you. People want to tell you a joke afterwards. It's the dumbest thing. Crip, you go to a lot of comedy shows. You wouldn't walk up to Shane Gillis and go, here's a bit. Like,
no.
That
wouldn't even cross my mind. Like, not a fucking chance.
No, but this old guy goes, and by the way, I was not just comparing myself to Shane Gillis. I know Crip's a fan of people not paying attention.
Yeah, and I also...
That was not a comparison in any way, shape, or form.
I also want to clarify, Crip, if you got jokes you're trying to sell, buddy, slide in my DMs.
I got you.
Buy them from you. Your shit's funny on Twitter, Brian. You got to give me for free. But after the guy goes, can I tell you a joke? My buddy Dion, who Dan knows and Bobby knows, who rolls with me at a lot of shows, he's standing there and he looks at me like, fuck. And I'm like, no, I'll be good. Because usually I'll just shut people down. On stage, I tell people, don't talk to me after shows. I'm like, we did it. We did our thing. Don't come up to me. But the old guy's like, it's going. I know you said no. I'm like, no, it's fine, old man, whatever. He goes, you got to hear this joke. He goes, I go to every show every week here and I tell them jokes. I'm like, all right. And he goes, what's the difference between parsley and pussy? I was like, and I know the punchline. I know the punchline is no one eats parsley. I know it's an old ass fucking joke. Not good. Nobody was talking about parsley or pussy. I don't know why.
But then what would the difference be, Pat?
That's what I said.
No, I'm asking what would the difference be if nobody eats parsley?
According to you and Batman, no one eats pussy. But real men eat pussy. I actually had a big conversation with two black guys at my work about eating ass, and I think it's wrong. And they're like, finally, a white man who agrees. Yeah. White man,
you're gonna love my friend Bobby.
Don't do that shit at all. But
aren't
there
like 5 different black comedians who have the same ass eating bit?
Just in our area, yes.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, there's one comic who's like legendary in this area named Jackson, who's just fucking killer. He's been the guy talking about eating the booty hole forever, and then all the younger guys who saw him all just do it. But I watched him talk about it for 30 minutes. And it was just.
I thought you were going to say 30 years. I was like, God damn, that guy's progressive.
You got the deep cut.
30 minutes just eating booty hole, and just like, nothing about eating the booty hole. He's like, look at you. You get no booty hole eating face. Like, he would just, there's no bits to it. Just go off. Then other guys try to recreate it. It was weird. But so the guy does the line. He goes, parsley or pussy. And I know he wants me to answer it so he can, or say what, so he can tell it. And I just went, I've never seen a pussy on my mashed potatoes. His wife goes, what? The guy goes, that's better than my punchline. I'm like, sorry, man. I didn't mean to ruin your punchline. A punchline that my grandfather told me 30 fucking years ago. But it's good. He goes, can I use yours? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to use this. This won't be part of my act. I don't know if you just watched it, but I don't know where I would do the pussy parsley bit.
But actually, no, you can't use it at the VFW. I will fucking find you, buddy.
It's how I get 250 beers.
Do you know about Blaine Shutt? He will kick down the door and beat your face in.
Yeah, and Crip, if you don't know about Blaine Shutt, we own an MMA fighter. We sponsor him. So we got a guy who can beat people up. So if they fuck with us, we just break him out.
Nice.
I know what you're thinking. That's probably a lot of lawsuits, right? Well, here's the beauty of Blaine. He also has a youth academy. Yeah. So we're going to send a bunch of 15-year-olds to fuck your shit up, and you legally can't fight back.
Nope, because they're fucking ninja kids.
Wow.
And, hey, worst case scenario, it's expunged from their fucking record because they're 15, you know?
Exactly. We're just waiting for Luis J. Gomez to challenge our podcast to a fight. We'll be like, yeah, you haven't met Blaine.
And I'm still saying I get Jay.
Yeah, I'll let
You're fighting Dave. You're fighting Dave. I've seen Dave choke a dude out in a
That's
fucking
fine.
bedroom.
That's fine. So, all right, who's the POS in that story? Is it the guy for coming up to Pat and telling him a joke, even though Pat said, don't tell him a joke? Is it Pat?
I don't go to a mechanic and say, here's how you do wrenches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just let it go.
Well, if you do, don't start it by saying, hey, here's how you do wrenches.
That's how you do it, though. Let me tell you a joke. I mean, I'm just as dumb as you are.
Agreed. And a step beyond that, you even go, hey, I don't want to do this after the show on stage. I've seen it. You're like, hey, this is over.
And I really don't do it. I don't
person,
fake it and then shake their hands. I stand in a corner and hide from people, even if they're hot.
Yeah, I've seen it. Is it Pat for robbing the guy of his one joy in life, which is telling these comedians this dirty joke? Or is it the dude's wife for laughing so hard at Pat's joke and just crushing that guy's self-esteem? Like, you know, he's never getting hard again. Crip, we'll start with you, my man.
I think it's the old guy, because from my stance, like, you're just a straight piece of shit if you go, like Pat said, like, to some dude's work and you're like, hey, I could probably do your job better, and I'm just going to tell you just a quick way and how you could do it better. And then when you're done, just tell me that, you know, my joke that I told you is fucking great. It's like, no, fuck off, buddy.
That's all he wanted. He wanted me to say, that's amazing. Like, he wanted me to go, wow, I wish I had a joke as good as that. Like,
ooh, can I use that one? That's what he wanted to hear. Can I use that?
And like, if he has continuously, like, done this for, it sounds like years, like, wouldn't you pick up after, I don't know, like, maybe like the 15th comic, like, none of these people like my fucking joke. Like, there can't be, like, no comic that I know is going to like placate and just be like, yeah, that was great.
Well,
Keep doing it.
the guy I was doing shows for, this guy Rob Steen, he's a great dude. He's a comic in his own right, and he performs all over and stuff like that. He usually hires, I don't want to say hacks, but you know what I mean, like old school guys. Usually, they're all good guys. There's a couple quote unquote younger guys. I'm not younger, but whatever compared to these guys. Me, Will Noonan, Brian Bode. There's only a couple of us, and Will is such a sweetheart. He would let that guy tell him 40 jokes. You know what I mean? So it's like. I'm probably the only asshole he books. Like, so it's like, to be fair, every week they're probably like, oh, good, it's Michael O'Toole, or whatever the fuck his name is with his jokes again. Because he literally goes every week, sits up front. Like, the kid who featured for me hosted there the week before. And when he looked down to the audience, he goes, ah, fuck, you two again. And he's like, and the guy goes, we like the jokes. And he's like, well, I'm doing 10 minutes more, so enjoy. But like, they're there all the time. So like, I think usually people just allow him. Like, he's kind of like the hot girl who thinks she's funny. And everyone's like, yeah, let her be funny. She just quotes Will Ferrell and it's not fucking funny at all. And I'm the guy who's like, I know I'm not going to fuck you anyway, lady. So I'm going to shit on your joke.
Like how that guy's whole life was just comedy Russian roulette, and like he's been getting empty chambers all these years, and then you show up.
Boom. They're good.
Yeah. And did he start by saying he liked your show? Because if you start by saying, hey, you were great to me after the show, I'll pretty much buy you a car. Like, it does not take much. I'll do whatever.
Can I even, I wasn't going to say this part, but first I had to autograph something for him, and then he did. Yeah.
I'd say
that changes my answer.
See, to me,
I didn't know you were going to go POS on this story. I thought it was a fun thing.
Dan, who's the POS, buddy?
I think the old man. I just, I don't know. I just hate that need for attention, and like old man jokes. Sometimes they just get under my skin.
That's not like his joke. At one point, a young man wrote that. I don't think an 80-year-old man wrote that joke.
I mean, like street jokes. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've had people come up to me and say that sort of thing, and they always act like their joke that they didn't write is better than mine, and like they're comparing their jokes to things that I do on stage, which aren't really that same kind of joke. What I do are bits, and that like, and they just try to devalue what I do, even though it's a whole different thing.
They don't. Most audience members, unless you're a super fan of comedy, you don't really understand the work it goes into writing a joke. It's for them to do it. They're like, I have a joke too. I've had people say to me, who else's jokes do you do?
Wait, what's the work you're talking about?
Shut up. You're a great
I just kind of wake up and I'm like, that's funny. I write it down and people laugh. I don't know.
I've watched you edit a joke so much. I've watched you polish a turd to a fucking diamond so many times. I've had you send me videos to go, what can I do with this inflection? Fuck off. Dare you. But like, yeah, old guys don't get it. Like that guy's like, my dad, when I first started, like I did my first show and he goes, if you want, I'll write you jokes. I'm like, what? You've never done comedy? He's like, yeah, but you can't do worse. Like, oh, okay. Now he doesn't say that at all. But at the beginning, I think people don't realize that you're like creating something. But yeah, I mean, I could have been nice. Okay, Bobby, before I answer my own thing, who do you think it's a piece of shit was?
I think it's slightly you. Only because of the added information that you signed an autograph for him. Like, he liked you so much. And then he was like, let me.
No, but to be fair, I signed a thing that everyone else signs. I just was another face.
Maybe he's the piece of shit, but like a little piece of poop fell on your shirt.
We're not doing a sideshow
But
called
like,
Little Piece of Poop, man.
I feel like you could have given him one bag, been like, hey man, that's pretty good. How about this? What's the difference between
an hour?
What's the difference
I
between
gave him an hour?
What's the difference between jam and jelly? And then just watch his head explode. He's like, oh my God, that's so much better than asparagus.
Yeah. And I'll be like, yeah, you know the answer. I can't jelly a cock down your throat. That's the punchline to that one. The piece of shit is my friend Dion. He knows this situation. He's watched it a million times. He knows if he just goes, dude, we have to go, I would say, hey, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And then I wouldn't do that. He's done it. He's there to be my buffer. He's there to be my security. He's there to stand there and say, Pat, don't talk to him. It's an old man. Let the dream go. You know what I mean? And just be like, hey, I'd love to hear it. Sorry, follow me on Instagram and tell me your joke there or something like that, or just walk away. But if you let me engage, I'm going to be a dickhead because that is my personality. I can't help it. On stage, they just liked it, but he didn't seem mad, but just like I did derail his big moment, I guess. So fuck him. How about that? Hopefully he's dead. He died.
I mean, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it would take much. Just COVID couldn't do it. So.
Boo!
No, I was pretty loud. And I did ask him about fucking because he was the part of my jokes about when I talk about grandmothers fucking, and I was asking about him about that. So he said he doesn't fuck.
Poor
And
guy.
his wife looked real mad. like he wasn't wrong. Bobby, you there?
I'm here.
All right, you're frozen again, so I don't think I.
Oh, my bad.
No, not you. Yeah, you're bad. You can't. You're not doing it. But it's my dumb internet. But my sound is better. You said this week. Yes.
Yeah, it's much clearer. Yeah.
Is it my new golden microphone? Have you noticed how golden it is? It's a golden microphone.
Oh, neat.
I went on eBay and bought things.
Whoa, nice.
I only can figure out half of them.
Somebody's getting a comedy check again.
Yeah, no. Somebody's might have to do less comedy because the money's coming so good from the other job. It's like, fuck. Someone's about to get promoted again. Like,
Oh, boy.
It hasn't asked for one yet. I had to go work. I went to retail another time. I had to go work at another store again. I had to go to someone else's store because they've lost people and go there. And one of the managers we've talked about who's an asshole, we found out like back in the day, he was at another store and a girl had a tattoo and he goes, oh, you know what they say about girls with tattoos? Real sluts.
I love that guy.
So I guess the other girl who works there now, she every month or so, she'll get a new tattoo or something filled in, and she'll just send him a picture going, "What do you think?"
I still think you're a fucking slut.
Yeah, I think you're a terrible slut. But he says that stuff like it's not a big deal. It's like, yeah, that's what they say. You're a slut. Bobby, you good?
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties.
No worries. I'm going to start the first story. You can still hear us, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. And I'm going to read a story. I will
Yay.
give like we did before the POS thing, and then we'll choose our favorite piece of shit in this. Lady Gaga's dog walker Ryan Fisher feels abandoned and begs for donations. Lady Gaga's hero dog walker, who was shot protecting her beloved pooches, says he now feels abandoned and unsupported, leaving him homeless and begging for money. Not an easy thing to ask. Fisher, I'm sorry. It's not an easy thing. I don't do gay. I don't know how to do, but he's gay. Ryan Fisher, 40, wrote as he launched a GoFundMe seeking $40,000 to help him buy a van and drive across the U.S. on a process of growing from trauma. Fisher started his trip soon after leaving a Los Angeles hospital.
Wait. He didn't need the van for like disabilities from the incident.
Whoa. Yes.
Yeah.
Trauma.
You said he was shot with a gun?
Well, I'm just trying to clarify. Like he doesn't need a special van to get
No, he's just a
around.
bitch.
Okay. All right.
No, he
I
can
just
get
want to
around.
make sure.
He needs
All
to
right,
travel
thank
the country to feel better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fisher started his trip soon after a Los Angeles hospital. The former dog walker had to undergo surgery after getting shot in the chest by armed dog nappers as he tried to protect the Shallow Stars French bulldog.
Holy shit.
Bob, see, Dan, I love telling stories like Dan. Everyone else knows this story. It's like months ago with Dan. Dan doesn't even know who Lady Gaga is. Dan is he's like, who's this woman? What's a dog? His fundraiser includes a video
Who stole
showing
the
him
queen's puppy?
Who's the queen? What's a puppy? His fundraiser includes a video showing him in a hospital bed, as well as images of his bullet wounds and a soundtrack of someone shouting about being angrier than ever. At times, I was scared. I was lonely. I felt abandoned, unsupported. I had long bouts of depression and doubt and self-pity, he said. But he recently said goodbye to Trudy, a quasi-reliable 1991 Ford Falcon rental that drove like a boat in high wind as he traveled across the U.S. from Gaga's home in L.A. back in his native New York. So here I am. I have a clear purpose, but I am an obvious impasse, he wrote on his GoFundMe, as well on two of his Instagram pages he runs. With no vehicle, apartment, or having run out of savings and surviving on donations from generous loved ones, I am humbly asking for your help, he wrote. The cash would help him get a new van, and pay for travel expenses as he continues seeking out communities that support the process of growing from trauma, he wrote. For me, this includes retreat centers, trauma programs, queer healers, creatives, and spiritual leaders. He said on the fundraiser, which is a Tuesday afternoon, had raised just over $4,500 of his $40,000 goal. While Fisher did not name Gaga, many followers tagged the 35-year-old singer and longtime friend of Fisher. Question, why wouldn't Lady Gaga help you out? One follower asked. She was willing to provide $500,000 for the safe return of her dogs. Why won't she give you $40,000? Well, and a lot of people get mad at that. All right. She hasn't helped out. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it this guy for asking for money for going through trauma so he can travel the country to find queer healers and other shit? Obviously doing this for attention. I mean, you want to raise money for something where you got shot. That's all I think you really need to say is, hey, I got shot in the chest. I'm not having a good time. Can I have some money? I would help. But like, you're ignoring the shooting part. You're just like, I want to travel the country and I want a better van to travel in. And by the way, I guarded Lady Gaga's dogs and my old car sucked. Is it Lady Gaga for not footing the bill for his dumb travels? I mean, she can obviously afford it, but does she have to? I'm sure he didn't pay for his hospital bills. I'm pretty sure Lady Gaga, without saying anything, he's not complaining about that. I'm pretty sure she took care of that. He was paid as a person to watch her dogs. If you've ever seen the video, he didn't do shit to stop those dogs. He got shot, but he was running away like a bitch, and those people stole the dog. It's a great video. If you've ever seen it. Okay, except for the part where he gets shot. It's a great video. I shouldn't say that part. Shooting a man's not a good thing. For the rest. Is it the dogs? The fucking dogs. They're dogs. We're animals. Why couldn't they bite those people? I mean, why couldn't they save this gay man from going through this trauma? Who's the piece of shit in the story? Dan, you go first.
You know, when you were first telling that story, I was imagining this guy like jumping in front of a dog and taking a bullet like a Secret Service agent. But then at the end, you said that he ran away from the dogs.
Well, once he got shot, he kind of tried to run away.
Oh, so he did do the Secret Service agent.
I wouldn't say he dove, but he went, ah! It's pretty fucking funny.
Okay, so he shielded the dog even though he screamed.
Bobby, do you think you can find the video?
I'll see what I can do.
Just put fag gets shot. I think that's in there.
Because I mean,
by the way, don't put that. It's gonna be a way different video.
If Clint Eastwood went when he jumped in front of the president in a line of fire, that movie would still be a damn good movie.
Yeah, and it'd be woke as fuck.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood. They would just take the N out, which by the way is a good thing for everything. So who's the piece of shit?
I want to know what his how was he protecting the dog? Because if he was protecting the dog, then Lady Gaga.
His job was to watch those dogs. He got paid good money to watch those dogs. His whole job in life is to be the dog protector. So I'm pretty sure he tried to block him a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, then I think Lady Gaga.
The Hansons are going wherever the open road takes them.
Uh-oh.
Lady Gaga is definitely the piece of shit.
I think the Hansons are a piece of shit, whoever they are, taking the road. I don't know what that video is. All right, Crip, piece of shit.
I was gonna say the guy because he sounds like an insufferable douche, and but I'm gonna switch to the gunman for not actually finishing the job because he could have saved us from this guy being just a whiny little bitch.
All right, here he is. He's coming. They pull up. They're like, "What's up, bitch?" They grab the dog. He's running.
Wait, is he on the ground? I didn't see him run. I just saw him fall on the ground.
Oh, wait. I was confused who was who there. You don't think one guy got out and the other guy just automatically fell. All right.
Is that...
Show him again. Getting out. Boom. Okay, now they switch a room. So he's over there. He runs back. He goes down. They scoop the dogs up. He didn't really block it. He just got shot.
But he didn't really run away either.
He didn't help.
He probably had so much poop filling his pants that he couldn't run. Like he couldn't do much.
His first instinct is when two guys pull out something long, he just got to his knees.
Just a shriek of enjoyment.
I like that he wanted to go to queer trauma. I don't think that your sexuality has nothing to do with being once you're shot. I don't think you're like, okay, who does he fuck though? Like, you know, he's just shot.
Yeah. I don't think
I'm not gay bashing. I'm bashing this guy. I know one of our favorite guests on the show, one of my best friends in the world, Pete Angelo, would beat the fuck out of those guys and then throw the dogs at them. Okay, so it's not about being gay. It's about being that fucking guy.
I feel like Pete Angelo is the closest thing to Chewbacca that I know in real life.
Or Chewbacca. Oh, we're back to that. All right, so Bobby, piece of shit.
Piece of shit is not Lady Gaga. She did not give you money. She offered $500,000 for her dog. You're her dog walker. You did not do a good job walking her dogs. Like, she owes you nothing. It's not the gunmen. We can respect them for making a quick hustle. It's and like, as much as I want to say it's the dog walker, like, it could have gone a lot worse, right? You get shot, you could spiral one way and start buying guns and ammunition and like grenades. So like, let's be thankful he didn't go quite that route. I just feel like somebody needs to pull him aside and be like, hey, you don't need $50,000 for a van. You need $250 for an ounce of weed. Let's change that perspective, buddy. We'll put you in a better mood. We'll smoke through that trauma and, life will be good again. So for me, the piece of shit is anybody who donates to this. Like, anybody who's like, yeah, you know what? This guy needs a new van. You are the piece of shit. Also, the person who wrote the story for giving it any attention whatsoever.
The piece of shit is this guy, but not for the reason that we all said.
Pat, we know your stance on homosexuality, okay? It's getting old at this point.
It's usually bent over. That's my stance. I'm a huge queen. Here's my rabbit hole conspiracy in this. I believe he knows the gunman. I believe that he hired the gunman to do this to get money from her. Because they even say earlier stories that I had read, that wasn't in this one, that at times he was complaining about the money he made. He felt like he wasn't respected. He wanted to be like in some documentary about being her fucking dog walker. He was always trying to find an angle to be her dog watcher. And I don't think that was working out for him. He wasn't happy with the money he's making. So I think he hired goons to come take him out, beat him up a little bit, steal the dogs, and then split the money. But then the videos came out, all that stuff happened, and also those guys were outed, and I think it fucking went wrong. Because the reason why I think all that is because when that people at the end of that thing I read, what was the question someone asked him? How come Lady Gaga hasn't helped? And he didn't answer. Now, if you were truly angry at her for not helping you and you had justifiable means, you'd be like, she's an asshole. She cares more about dogs than about people. How dare she? I love those all that. The fact that he didn't say anything, I think he's held to like a no talking disclosure type deal or something. Like, you better shut your mouth. I've already given you money before. I offered to help you out. You didn't want it. So I think he tried to pull a scam. It didn't fucking work. And now he's trying to get away from her. And he needs a van to do it. And he's like, I need to get fucking away. And look where he's trying to go. I want to go to trauma centers and queer centers and all these places that can take him in and like protect him from Lady Gaga. Like, all that stuff. So it's like, I think that this guy, because he tried to do a fucking sweet ass Grand Theft Auto move and he fucking Trevored the shit out of it and it didn't work out.
He watched too much Sopranos.
Yeah.
He didn't run away, but he didn't really I don't think you normally expect to have to deal with gunmen. Like, there's a possibility that he's not even
your job is to guard gay women's dogs or whatever she is. That woman wore a meat suit and she has dogs. She's ballsy. Taking that job, it's basically like being the Secret Service.
I don't know if he deserves like a van ride across the country, but at least like one. He could go to a gay healing center for like one evening. Like, he should get something.
A staycation.
Yeah, something.
What do you do at a gay healing center?
If he protected the dogs, he deserves that. You don't reward bad dutyship. His duty is to protect those dogs, Dan. He didn't do it. If he dies on top of those dogs, then yeah, you give him the best funeral in the world because my man went out doing his job.
Right. Or, Bobby, you know what you do? You don't get him a van. You get him one bus ride to where he has to go. On Gay Hound. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, Gay Hound. I'm pulling on these buns. I get nothing. Peter Pan's already said by itself. I don't have to even do that one. That's already gay enough. But Gay Hound.
I feel like when you're a soldier and you take a bullet, like, you get a Purple Heart. Even if you didn't.
Okay.
Even if you didn't like, I don't know, like, do you still get a Purple Heart if you like acted bravely in combat but didn't necessarily complete your mission?
No.
No.
Okay.
You get left in the field because
No.
the stragglers get left behind.
All right, fuck them.
You don't get a participation trophy in war, dude.
Right
thought
now,
you-
Dan, if you weren't fast enough, you get left behind enemy lines.
Oh
It
no.
was literally a
It's
foot
no
race.
child left behind, not no soldier. It's really them.
That story was brought to you by our latest sponsor, Dr. Kevorkian Sleep Aids.
Ooh.
Listen, we understand what Dr. Kevorkian was doing may have been ruled illegal by the Supreme Court.
Dan, do you know
But
who that was?
Dr. Kevorkian?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I know. He's
Okay,
Dr.
well,
Death.
of course, but you know 5 people in history.
But they say sleep is the cousin of death. And so we diluted his special formula down to give you the best night's sleep you could possibly get. Warning, do not take more than the recommended dose. That's
Ask
Dr.
Gary
Kevorkian's
Shivo.
Sleep Aids. Promo code POS to save 15%.
POS stands for plenty of sleep. By the way, this next story is not brought to you by our sponsor, Silk City Hot Sauce. Silk City Hot
boy.
Sauce hates pedophiles. Man, Crip, I don't know if you know about Silk City Hot Sauce, but it's the greatest hot sauce there is. But they will sell it to anyone in the world except for pedophiles. They will not sell it to them because they don't want their sweet sauce inside some sweet boy's asshole. That's not where they want it. And it'll end up there. They want it nowhere near there. They'll sell it to the boy, but they
I'll be
will not
honest with
sell it
you.
to the man.
This started as a joke. And they watched the commercial and they were like, you know what? We're behind that stand.
Yeah, we're unlike
We're
that
running
guy
with
in
it,
the child.
yeah.
We're behind this.
Yeah.
Well, Silk City Hot Sauce is amazing. It's something like we've talked about. Like they approached us a while back. It's really cool that they're a sponsor, but they have amazing sauce. I'm not a hot sauce guy, but I've become one now. Still, Aztec Attack's my favorite, but I've been using the Just Joking sauce, Kevin Dabrowski's, on fucking everything. Dude, I'm telling you, I've been using it on. I don't eat pasta often, but when I do, I put it like in pasta with cheese and all. It's fucking amazing the way it comes out. It's the best buffalo sauce I've ever fucking. It's not like Frank's bullshit sauce. And Frank sells exclusively to pedophiles. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Frank's
If you have
hot
Frank's
sauce.
in your fridge, I got news for you.
Yep. If you got Frank's in your fridge, you got boys in your bed. That's what I'm telling you right now. That's how that works. Wonder why Frank's hot sauce comes in that big jug with that small hole on top? It's like a boy's sweet asshole. That's what they like. You stick your dick in that jar and you fuck the shit out of it like the goddamn boy fucker you are. But not Silk City Hot Sauce.
Allegedly.
You can't fuck their jars at all. And you don't want to. You'd rather just eat the sweet sauce out of it. Not like out of a sweet boy. You don't want any sweet boy sauce. You want good man sauce. This ad is
That
going-
said, if it is your anniversary and you want to give your wife a zesty treat, little Bob Biggerstaff's Chipotle barbecue sauce on your cock.
on your cock. Well, the one with maple.
Nobody's saying you can't do that.
You want to put BBC on your not so BBC, because anyone that's watching this is not on BBC. But we'd like it if you did. We wouldn't mind a couple black cocks watching the show. But it's the best. If you go to their website, SilkCityHotSauce.com, you put in the promo code POS, you save 15% off all your purchases, and you get a free bottle of cherry sriracha, the cool stickers, stuff like that. They've got some great shit. I mean, their number one solid sauce is the Ehrenberg one, the Badass Jew. That's an amazing sauce. I like the Aztec Attack. They've got many. They've got Chad Zumox sauce, Mango Madness. They got their Killer Dragon, their base one. They're fucking awesome.
Jonestown is great.
Jonestown's great. That one's a little hot for me. Goes through stuff like that, but they're so good. But they're tons of heat. They got good flavor. They're awesome. They support all kinds of crazy comedy like us and a lot of people like that. And they're just the locally grown good shit. So do things. Buy some sauce. Don't fuck kids. Not even in that
Use-
order. You can flip
Use
it.
promo code POS. That's permissible over 17 to save 15%.
It's POS stands for pedophiles or the sauce. That's what it stands for. Crip, do you like hot sauce?
I'm a fan. I can't say that
You like
I
super
don't
hot?
not like it. I'm not super hot.
I
You know,
can't
I,
do
go hot. I like it hot.
Yeah, I can't do. I don't want pain. Don't
I
want
have
to
heard
burn.
some like it hot.
Not this guy. I like it. I like it mild. That's a
I
bad
like a
move.
little bite, you know, but nothing.
But it's
to
gotta
be,
have
like
flavor
sweating.
to it. You can't just
Yeah.
burn the shit. Now, do you like pedophilia?
I mean, I swore it off.
Yeah, I don't like it hot.
Yeah.
But I like it mild, you know what I mean? I like a little bite to it, but it's got to have flavor.
Yeah. You know,
Dan,
you
if you
get
had a
it.
choice of drinking a bottle of hot sauce or fucking one boy.
Oh man, I guess I'd have to drink a hot sauce bottle.
I guess. And Bobby got shut down. He's like, damn it.
I'm here. I'm just looking stuff up.
Bobby, that's the new board game. Hot sauce or shit get fucked in. It's like, I'm allergic to hot sauce, so by default, I'd have to fuck the boy. All right. But here's our story that can't be read by those people. Former Major League Baseball All-Star Felipe Vasquez sentenced for having sex with a 13-year-old. Former Major League pitcher Felipe Vasquez was sentenced.
He's the piece of shit.
Really?
I don't know if he's the piece of shit yet, but he loves that hot sauce, the other hot sauce.
I want to know what this 13-year-old did first before I make my judgments. I don't know if
He was
you know.
born 13 years ago. That's what she did. 4 years in prison Tuesday after being found guilty of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old, according to reports. Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania jury in May. Pennsylvania, Bobby, there you go. Convicted the 29-year-old two-time Pirates All-Star on 15 counts, including statutory sexual assault, sexual abuse of children, child pornography, and corruption of minors. The sentencing includes an additional 2 years of probation, according to TMZ. Vasquez was arrested on September 2019, telling police at the time that he had sex, but not really. That's a quote. With the girl in 2017, according to a Pennsylvania criminal complaint. You think it's still the girl? The girl testified they had sex in his car outside her home hours before a Pirates game. They struck up a relationship on social media, and Vasquez's defense had argued that the girl misled him about her age. Jury believed he used the position as a professional athlete to prey upon a young girl, District Attorney Jim Lazar said in May. Vasquez was found not guilty of 10 other counts of unlawful contact or communication with a minor relating to sexually explicit text messages, pictures, and videos that prosecutors said he and the teen exchanged over 2 years. Vasquez is placed on Major League Baseball's restricted list following his arrest and has not been eligible to play since. A native of Venezuela, the former Pirates closer was named an All-Star in 2018 and 2019 has tallied 175 saves in 5 years. Former Washington Nationals signed a 4-year deal for $22.5 million with the Pittsburgh prior to the season. Who is the piece of shit in this story? Is it Vasquez? Is it Vasquez? Or is it Vasquez? Okay. We can even try to play devil's advocate all we want. And I don't even like that I'm going to give this example. But I'm not going to say I can understand because I have children. They are teenagers. I know what a teenager looks like. And I know that no matter what, they don't look like adults, even if they're old teenagers. But no 13-year-old girl in any state of mind looks like she's ready to have sex with. I don't care if the age is 60. First of all, if the legal age of consent is different in Pennsylvania than 18 here in Connecticut, if it was 16 somewhere else, that doesn't mean that you're lucky to live there. You still don't fuck them. You get mad at the government for saying, hey, we lowered it because we got a lot of ugly women here. Like, whatever it is, I don't know the rules are why they're younger for breeding purposes, but that rule should be moved up. If you have to be 21 to vote, you should be 21 to have to fuck another adult. And I know that some people are saying, Pat, when you had sex when you were younger, yeah, it didn't help any of us. When we had sex when we were younger, it really fucked with our minds. If we were driven more and we worked harder, we'd all be doing better if we weren't allowed to fuck when we were 21. We would all be doing better. Nobody would be on this podcast right now. We'd all be doing better things. So I wouldn't have done a 5-minute fucking commercial for Soak City Hot Sauce and kid fisting or whatever. So is it in for that? But to say that we had sex, but not really. To have sex with her before his game, that's a guy who doesn't give a fuck. To even say like he was misled. He was having, you have to be led first to be misled. You had a conversation with a young girl and you're like, how old are you? She's like, well, you know, I'm not going to tell you my age, but I just had recess. Like maybe that's the problem. You know what I mean? 13, that's the first of the team. Like that's not like that. You don't start with the first of the team. You don't start with any of the team. But if you're watching porn, it's 18 and older, not 13 and hoping. You know what I mean? Like you don't get on there. And you play for Pittsburgh. There's so many whores in Pittsburgh. Old whores. Just fuck old whores making my pigtails. Who's the piece of shit in the story? Crip, you go first.
It's definitely him. I mean, he probably should have known right away when she could only go to day games because couldn't get home by curfew. I mean, that should have been like
Mom
the
dropped her
first.
off at day games.
Yeah, he's like, can't stay out past 7. You know, he should have figured it out maybe a little sooner.
She got way too excited to meet the mascot.
Yeah, just like
You know what's got to be happy about this? Major League Baseball. Oh my God, a 13-year-old knows about a baseball player.
it's true. Yeah,
Finally, their
getting
PR's
the
working.
young fans, I guess. So
Yeah, it's definitely him. It can't be anyone else. It can't be her. Unless the Pirates knew about it, then it's them. But still, it's him too. I mean, he's doing it. But if they didn't do anything about it, like if he's fucking her in a car outside of the stadium, somebody saw that shit. You know what I mean?
Plus, even if there was some remote.
As a Penn State fan, sometimes you run things up the flagpole and then it just dies and you assume it's been taken care of. I'm just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? 409 wins, winningest coach in Division I history.
But Sandusky wasn't from the Dominican Republic, so Sandusky can't play that card. Like, I did not know in my land we just fucking.
Dude, how great would it be if he just came out and appropriated the culture? He's like, no. In my Dominican culture, they're like, you grew up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, your parents were from there. Dan?
I think he's a piece of shit because, like, even if there was some remote chance that he was tricked or didn't understand what he was doing, didn't you say that there were other accounts where he was obviously interested in younger people? Like, I thought you said there were other incidents.
It was all with her.
Oh,
there was 10 accounts of that he did. He was charged with 25 different things for her.
Oh.
But 10 of them got dropped because it was just like, it was just texting. It was just videos of you guys trying to fuck each other. But the actual other shit. So nothing should have been dropped. But I think it's weird that the lawyer got some things dropped.
Yeah, he's
imagine being that lawyer. You know what? The lawyer's kind of. And I remember we tried to do this on the other show. It didn't work out. But one of the points I made was, lawyers, I understand they got to take every game, but don't take that game. Like, I don't think pedophiles should be allowed to have lawyers. Now, yes, do some people get framed and they didn't do anything? You get detectives. You have detectives figure it out, and then they figure out if you should have a lawyer or not. I think that should be the thing. The detective does the searching of the work and then goes, you know what? Defend this one. This seems to be a lie. Or he fucked a girl in a car at Pittsburgh Stadium. No lawyer for you. You should have to defend yourself. Because if you can trick a girl, you could maybe trick a jury. I don't know, but either way, you shouldn't be allowed a lawyer. You should be given a handicap if you're a
sure.
The only flaw I see with your plan is you were like, let's leave it up to detectives.
Well,
I know a couple detectives.
Who would you choose to fucking find out?
No, I know what you're saying, but like one of the detectives I know used to bang his head into a locker before lacrosse games to get psyched up. I don't think that's the guy I want to be like, no, he didn't get framed.
You know
Is
what?
he good at solving mysteries?
That's the guy I want. Okay, if it's something like this case, I think you do it that way. Okay, so like this guy fucked a kid. We all know he fucked the kid. He even said we had sex, but not really. He fucked the kid. He said it out loud. We fucked, but not really. You have a scale of detectives that go search. If you're a guy who fucked a kid in a car and we all know it, you get your friend. You get that.
That's fair. Yeah.
Who can't figure anything out if he wanted to because he banged his head in this shit. But if you're someone who's like, literally, I did not do that. I'm being framed by this babysitter who knows I have lots of money. I didn't do anything. I never touched her. I swear to fucking God. Then you get like Sherlock Holmes. Like you like do it that fucking way.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. I like your plan then.
I don't want to help pedophiles. I want to make that clear. I'm not trying to help them. I'm just saying they shouldn't have lawyers, and I'm mad at lawyers for taking. A lawyer was able to fight enough. That lawyer can't sleep. He had to fight.
And I'm just saying, looking at
things knocked off.
No, I get where you're coming from, and I don't want to help pedophiles either. I'm just saying, looking at all 4 members on this podcast right now, I want to make sure those detectives get it exactly right when they think somebody's a pedophile.
I'm not taking the headbutt guy. Fuck that shit. I'm getting me.
For me, I'm gonna switch it up, Pat. I'm gonna switch it up. I don't think he's the ultimate piece of shit in this story.
He's the ultimate piece of shit in life.
I think he is a piece of shit for sure, but I think honestly, the victim, he's a victim too. Like it's whoever molested him is the piece of shit because they started this cycle. Like he's a successful baseball player, like you said. He might not be able to fuck like porn star level girls, but he could fuck Pittsburgh sixes pretty consistently. there's something wrong with him, and I think it's whoever molested him. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to give him a pass. Like, we've all gone through trauma and healed from it, or not. Crip, I get it, but but
Why would you
half
say
you.
that to him?
but like, I think there's more at play here than just one fucked up individual is what I'm saying. Like, in a lot of these instances, it's a cyclical thing. Like, you made the thing about like different states have different ages for consent. They also have like different ages to get married. And like there are several states where you can get married under the age of 14, and 80% of the weddings are from out of state. And it's like, what the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean? So like, I think it's kind of the whole system's a little pedophilic, and I'm not trying to go full Q, but like, there's some fucked up shit going on that allows this kind of stuff to happen.
I feel like if pedophiles are like vampires, and there's like this whole chain of vampires that leads up to the top leader vampire, like all these other vampires are still sucking blood.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying, like, you got to kill the head, cut the head off the snake, you know?
Dan, don't make pedophiles cool.
Yeah.
Interview with a pedophile. If you just changed all the words, you just kept that movie the way it was and called it that, it would seem like that movie. Because what's her name was like a child in that fucking movie. Yeah, that was a weird. They were pedophiles in that movie.
Yeah.
That was Julia Stiles. No, what was her name? That was Julia Stiles. That was the other one.
The little
Was it
girl.
Kidman? No.
No, it was a kid. The girl.
Oh.
Who was the
Yeah,
girl?
'cause
She was famous.
in
Not
the
Kid-
movie, sure. I
Not
know.
Julia. It's the one that kissed Batman upside down, or Spider-Man upside down.
Poison Ivy.
No, Spider-Man.
Kirsten Dunst.
There you go.
Mary
She
Jane.
was like a 12-year-old, and she was trying to bang Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Two hot studs.
Yeah. Like they did really sexualize.
I mean, if
blood
we're going down
sucking.
this rabbit hole, every George Lucas film needs scrutinized.
Yeah.
It's always like, hey, you took advantage of me when I was a child. And he's like, no, I meant it was 18. And then, like, you hear him talking to other people, and it's like, nah, she's 14. It's so hot.
And all his movies are like, his biggest movie ever was based on the fact that a brother and sister really wanted to fuck and they couldn't. Star Wars. In a galaxy far, far away. Hopefully I get to fuck my sister. And our dad's weird. That's the whole movie. We got time for one more there, sir?
Well, I think we got kind of judgmental of a
By the way,
potential.
great name for a movie. Like Judge Dredd, the sequel, Judgmental. And he's just retarded. I tell you what's wrong.
And I know Pat filled you guys in a little bit before the game. Dan, I know you're familiar, but Crip, I've actually been pitching a show to Nickelodeon, and it's going to be hosted by Drake Bell, and the musical guest will be Drake or Gary Glitter, depending on the week and the demographics we're going for. And the show's just simply called 15 or 19.
Dun, dun, dun.
And what we make the contestants do is guess is the person 15 or 19. And what we do, like, obviously their family will be behind like a one-way glass. We can get great shots of the wife like crying, and it's clearly 15. But we need to get some people on to shoot the pilot. So we were wondering, would you play 15 or 19?
Hell yeah. Want to go.
Let me
Bobby,
get the right
you
one.
got the pictures this week, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
think
collecting
I
these
should stop- I should
pictures
stop
for
doing
years.
All right, Crip. Is this soccer star 15 or 19? Dan, you're playing too.
Okay.
I'm playing too.
This is I don't know, the muscular forearms are giving me 19. I'm judging off forearms. That's where I'm going on it. I think this is
Okay.
19.
Man, I don't know. I think 15.
Look at her harder, Dan.
I think 15.
Uh-oh. Pat signaled for the secret boner check.
Yeah.
If Dan's caught with a boner, he loses half his points.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know the point. Yeah.
Hey, for the record, I got no control of my penis, so
That's the best. It's like, it's not my fault. My dick doesn't
like-
work when it wants to.
It's the immunity card and Survivor.
I'm going 19. And I
19.
I think everyone should always go 19.
Dan, we're waiting on you, buddy.
Oh, I said 15.
You said 15,
Yeah.
and the answer is Dan, 15-year-old soccer star.
Dan knows his young ladies.
That's right.
All right. Wow. Let's go to this
It's
girl
actually,
here.
Ooh,
Way to go, man.
I hope that's
Come on,
19.
man.
I hope that's 19.
Come on, man. That one, nope. You got babies. Fuck you. Take this one out.
It is important to note this picture does not have the porn logo like a lot of them does.
Nope. That's a wall that's on the side of a convenience store. She's got her child safety belt still on.
She got off the leash.
And she's wearing that thing wrong, like a child would. Fuck.
I'll start with you, Pat.
I'm gonna say it's 19. It's 19.
Dan,
Yeah, it's got to be 19.
Crip.
I'm going to say and hope 19.
Yeah, all right. You guys can breathe easy. She is 19.
And a guy. No, I'm kidding.
Even better. No.
Oh no. I don't even know what they are. I can't ever guess their age.
Her dad holding her up.
Yeah, what's holding her up? Another boy?
Or is it her
That's a big
partner in
watch.
the scene?
Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing? Get out of this.
Oh my gosh.
What did we just do? No, are we shut down? You can't show chink stink right in the fucking video.
Oh, show your father holding her up.
No, you didn't. You just raised the crotch. Why did you do that? I don't have a boo button.
That is a 15-year-old Olympic star from China.
We didn't get the guess.
It felt like we shouldn't
Where's
guess
that
anymore.
guy's face? Why is that guy?
Actually,
Why
one
is that guy
person.
eating Chinese that day?
That's actually Goro from fucking
Wait, go
Mortal
back.
Kombat.
Where's his head?
Dude, I don't know.
He's dug it. Wait, is that a boy or a girl?
That's a girl.
What's that thing on the side of his crotch?
Dude, why are you looking there?
Look, it's right there. What the fuck is that? I used to date that girl.
I hope not.
Like a couple years ago.
Crip killed his camera. He's gone.
Where'd he go? He didn't like. I know he doesn't mind chink stink. He's a Gillis fan.
Mhm.
All right. Where did you find this body? What did you search? Stop scrolling down. God damn it. Wait, go all the way because I think she has like kids' shoes on. Go ahead. Now we gotta do it.
That's as low as it goes.
Wait, that's her pants? Oh my god. Her pants is she in the bathroom? Look at this. Look at way at the bottom. That's part of her jeans. Go all the way
Should
down.
we?
Go all the way down. Crip's coming back. Go down more. Yeah, we're having that thing. See that down there? See that little triangle? That's her jeans. She's just in a bathroom, just taking a picture of herself with her pants down.
Hmm.
That's a child. I don't want to guess this game.
Crip, you good, buddy? We thought we lost you for a second there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a call, but yeah, that's
Was
definitely
it
a
the
child.
police?
Yeah, it was. They'll be here soon, apparently.
Yeah, dude, she's 15. She's wearing her mom's jewelry. She has her mom's hairdo.
I think she's 15, but she also probably smokes cigarettes.
Yeah, she definitely has. Yeah, she has that look. She has some greenish skin. That's a 15-year-old girl with a belly thing. Why are we getting in there? Why did we just close in? What are we doing? Why did we close up, Bobby? Bobby, stop it. Why are we getting close to her ass?
Just want to make sure you appreciate all the beauty, Pat.
Wait, I want everyone to know Bobby Tamburo just said a 15-year-old child has all the beauty.
Is that your guess?
I don't care if she is 19 and your lies. This is a photo Bobby took this girl doesn't know about. This was the photo Bobby was sent when he was going to go to Epstein's
She's
Island.
clearly taking a selfie, okay? I'm not a creep. I'm
Against
just a
her
guy
will.
with a game
She
show.
does not look. in selfies, you smile, Bobby.
Crip,
She
how
looks
old
like-
is she?
That's 15. That's gotta be 15, right? If not,
He
she
didn't
hit
even-
puberty.
He said that like an appraiser.
She's like
He's
she's like a 15-year-old who smoked cigarettes and probably had sex with a baseball player in a parking lot.
That's her. Yeah.
I don't even know if
that's
she's
it.
going for a jock. Like that, like to me, looks like she's going for like the dude who has a band type.
She's going for her mom's boyfriend.
Yeah, but she's already had that, but now she's moving on to
She
new
is
things.
going to promote her OnlyFans because she is 19 years old. Thank God.
Not anymore. OnlyFans no more sex for her.
They
Well,
actually
it's back
reversed
now.
their decision. Yeah.
they're back.
No
I
surprise.
don't
Crip
know.
and I knew about that
Thank
quickly.
God I'm not on Twitter. I don't know any of that shit.
Crip and I were like, no, it's cool. We were worried for
That's
a
good.
few seconds there, but everything's safe.
Credit card payments not canceled anymore. We're good.
So in light of
Bobby, I hate that game. I liked it, but I don't ever play it. I played this round. I don't like
Yeah,
playing it, and I
it's
don't
not
like.
fun to play.
I'm gonna apologize to Andy Malfarina for what the shit he went through. Sorry, buddy.
But in light of recent political events, Nickelodeon's asked me to adjust the pitch a little bit. So you guys also get the opportunity to play 15 or it really doesn't matter because we're marketing this to Kabul, Afghanistan. Here's the deal, guys. Pretty much you get to pick your wife. She's 15 years old or younger. And then in a few years, you accuse her of heresy, behead her, and marry a 12-year-old. Crip, you're first. Which 15-year-old would you like to marry?
Ooh.
We get a choice.
I'm just kidding. You don't actually have to do
No.
this. This was
Yeah, but
just
if you
this
gave
was
us
just a bit.
15-year-olds and we can choose. We're
No, I wasn't going to do
I mean, if
that.
I'm getting one, I mean, I really
Yeah, I mean,
don't
if
make a
we had
choice.
like when I go to someone's house for trick or treat, and they're like, "You want this candy bar or this?" I'm like, "I don't want either one, but I guess I'll have to take one. You're offering." Which one has nuts? Now, Crip, for you, I think it's not fair that Bobby chose that channel. He should choose Cripolodeon to be a way better channel.
It could be though. It only works half the time.
When it does work, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's true.
Bobby, any more fucking games that can ruin all our lives?
Sure. I'm so glad you asked. So you guys, I don't know if you've noticed, like the YouTube thing that's going viral right now is like random acts of charity. Like for example, Mr. Beast would go into live streams and there was a guy lifting and he was like, "All right, for every rep you do, I'll give you $500." And I think we should do that to try to go viral, but we're gonna go into like jerkmate rooms and be like, "Hey, we'll give you $500 if you call your dad and work things out."
They get extra money if their dad is not living at this point or
If their
incarcerated.
dad's not living, we'll give you $1,000 to go to community college to get that RN degree.
Is RN code for a pirate black guy?
Registered nurse.
Oh, I thought it was R N-word.
What if their dad likes that other brand X hot sauce?
Yeah, take that, Franks.
Another one I thought we could do is we could train homeless guys to like fight. So that way people who don't give them money, they can rob.
Frank did that, remember?
Yeah, no. He taught them how to defend against pickpocketing. We're going
Oh.
to take a homeless guy and teach them martial arts and turn them into trained killers. So that way, if you don't give them money, they just rob you.
There used to be a thing
Go ahead.
like that called bum fights. I don't know if they robbed.
Yeah, remember
people
bum
or if
fights? Yeah, they got shut down quick. Bum fights were
That's
great.
It
Right, but that
good.
was awesome. And it was two bums fighting each other. What this is a bum who's just going to be assaulting guys going to work. Like
they- Oh,
they're
I think I've seen a
dangerous.
guy with a hatchet do that in New York recently.
I feel like Battle Bums would have been a much better title. Like bum fights. So
That actually would be a great show
unimaginative.
because I'm just picturing like you can like jazz up a bum, throw like some metal armor on him, throw him in a fucking ring.
Yeah,
I'm fully down for battle bums.
but is that jazzed up? Because I feel like jazz is kind of a weird word for a battle bum. Like the
Yeah.
jazz makes it sound like you sprinkled glitter on them.
I mean, you might do a little bit,
Yeah.
Or
in their eyes.
hoboxing. Instead of like hobo, like hoboxing.
I like
that.
too, actually.
Yeah, now I'm thinking a lot of things.
I've been in a hoe's box, but never hoboxing.
Yay! Hey-o. Yo, that was better than that guy's joke he told me. If he told me that one, I'd be happy. It's fine, but you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Like, all right, dude, I got you. I see what you do with these jokes. Bobby, or we could go to a school and train 15-year-olds to look like 19-year-olds so we can have season 2 of your show.
I love it.
Want to do one more, or are we done?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah. I was hoping you told me you did it, so this will be the final story. Bobby,
Okay, this
take it away.
one, the one I
Bobby,
told you I was
I'm gonna
going
do
to
it in a
tell.
wacky voice change, though.
What?
Go
Oh
ahead.
boy. This isn't the one I told you I was going to tell, because I've actually got one that's a little more fitting for one of our guests tonight. So I clean the bathroom at Dick's every weekend, and one Sunday a week ago, I only had to be there till like 11. So like 1 hour after we're open, which means I'm going to spend that hour hiding in the bathroom. And I was like, for a little entertainment, I'm just not going to put toilet paper in the handicap stall. Like, I'm just going to watch all these idiots go into the handicap stall, poop, and then be like, oh shit. So things are going well. I'm having a great time. I get like 4 or 5 people, and I'm in the other stall. So like, I know they're just wandering around the store with a shit-filled butt. You know, at this point, there's no cleanup options whatsoever. And then I hear the noise that I really dread, which is a wheelchair banging against the bathroom door.
Oh man.
And I hear a guy in a wheelchair wheel into the bathroom, and he sits down. I'm like, please just pee. Please just pee. Please just pee. Then I hear, do. Oh, fuck. And I was like, I'll be right back. And I ran and got him some toilet paper. But who's the piece of shit? Is it me for having a little fun at work? Is it all these people for coming to a sporting goods store to poop? Poop at home. There's a pandemic. Why are you pooping in public? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, that's our space. That's not your space. I go there to get away from my shit job. Don't act like you don't do the same at yours. Who's the piece of shit? We'll go to you first, Dan.
Oh man. I feel like it might be you in this one, because like the guy, sometimes you just have to go. Like sometimes it springs on you like a leopard, and I don't know. I just get like, it was a handicapped bathroom. A handicapped guy could come in. I don't know.
I would make the point, it is a sporting goods store.
That's yeah, good point. I don't know. This is a tough one, because like, what is that handicapped guy doing in there?
Dan, I was just kidding. Kids, obviously, handicapped people can still play sports.
No, they can't.
No, we're banned.
You should do some self-reflection here, Dan.
All right, fine. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the piece of shit.
I'm just deflecting because you called me the piece of shit.
Sorry.
Crip, who is it?
I'm kind of with you, because I did have to clean bathrooms at one point, and like, why the fuck you shit in public? Like,
Right? It's just like one of those things. I know you're a big J fan. Like, he wouldn't do it. I wish more people had that mindset. You know what I mean? Like, go at home.
I think it's like, I know for a fact you can train your body to like shit at certain times. So it's like, you're just being lazy at this point in my mind. Like, you're just saying, I give up.
You guys have
Making me
never had an emergency poop? Like, you just had to like running frantically through someplace and looking for a bathroom and just.
I did once in 8th grade. You know what I did, Dan? I shat in my bully's front yard.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I've shit myself before, but I haven't. I literally have not shit in public though in like 15 years. I can't though. I mean, cripple guy.
I feel like I've had like a couple of times like some major incidents where there needed to be like action movie music playing, and as I was like frantically looking around, I don't know. I feel like you just don't mess around with people's BMs.
Pat,
You gotta
break the stalemate here, buddy. Who's the piece of shit?
The piece of shit of this story is the people going to the bathroom, not looking to see if there's toilet paper first. That's ridiculous. I always check. You're in a public place. I've worked at public places. I know people like you, Bobby, usually don't give a fuck. You're not even doing it on purpose. They just don't check. I check for 2 things. Is there soap in it all? Or if there's not soap, I'm not even going to do part 1. Why would I do that? Because I can't wash my fucking hands. Is there paper towels? Is there anything I can wipe my ass with? I always check. And if not, I find somewhere else to go. I know where I work, I make sure I go in there and I check even before I go. Because I know the people that work for me suck. And they're not going to do that. So I need to fucking change it up, and I need to make sure they do that. So these fuckers, if they have to shit that bad, they should be checking first to see if there's something to wipe with. And if not, they'll understand you're ripping off a sleeve and you're coming out like a stud because you're using a sleeve to fucking wipe your ass.
All right, I'm convinced. Bobby's not the piece of shit. I didn't even consider that you should be looking to see if there's toilet paper first.
Very
I
valid
always check a
point.
toilet for two things. If there's toilet paper there and if there's a rat inside the toilet. I don't know why the second thing. I've never seen that in my life, but I'm always afraid a rat or a snake is going to come out of the toilet and go up my butthole. I don't know why. I look all the time.
There was a movie I saw where I was 4 where a snake came out of the toilet, and I've checked ever since. That's a terrifying thing. I'm with you right
I must have seen that movie because it's something in my head where I'm like, that's there.
But let me tell you, actually, the piece of shit is you three guys, because none of you made the joke that the piece of shit was stuck between the guy's butt cheeks.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're better.
I do gotta
Some of
say
us are,
though,
Pat.
there's a 40% chance that if I have no toilet paper, I'm washing my ass cheeks in your sink.
I wouldn't even be mad. That would be the highlight of my day, to be honest with you. I'd be like, yo,
Can
Mike.
you?
Yo, Mike, come to the bathroom quick. Come to the bathroom right now, Mike.
Crip, can you get your ass cheeks to a sink?
Oh, fuck no, not a chance. But I'm just saying, like, if I was you.
I was like, what kind of skills you got, dude? You're like a gymnast.
No, I got a little ups, but
Yeah,
you
but it's a
know,
tiny sink. And you gotta get the
Yeah.
faucet going. There's a lot you
Yeah.
gotta do.
that's
You need
not
a
gonna be fucking
plan
easy.
and a friend.
Actually, I might be able to now. This new chair, I can go up and down, so I can
Yeah, but
just
you
scoot
can't
right over.
dismount and get into the sink.
I could have. I honestly now I'm thinking I could. I'm now to the point where I think I could.
Now representing the Americans on the pommel horse, Steve, a.k.a. Crip.
Or our new game, 15, 19, or this, and then you show a 15-year-old, 19-year-old, and then just Crip washing his ass in the sink. Choose
The splash of water.
which
in my
one do you
ass.
want? It's like, well, the only one that looks legal is the guy who's washing his ass, so
It's the only
Guess I'm
safe
going with
bet.
Just let me sleep through it. You know, I can't feel it. Just
if you can't feel it, you ain't gonna sleep, son.
yeah.
Close your eyes. I can't feel it either. All right, all right, Crip, Dan, thank you so much for being on. Dan, where can people follow you? Check out your videos, your cartoons, all that fun stuff.
And if you had to genetically engineer your son, answer this question with your plugs. If you had to genetically engineer your son, would you make his dick bigger than yours?
We've talked about this.
With my plugs, yes, my son's dick would be bigger than me on YouTube at Ghosty Films.
Why are we turning this into whose line is it anyway? Do it like you're Wayne Brady's ball sack. Like, no, just let him do his plugs.
No, just add the question. Answer the question with your
Right,
plugs.
do your
That's all.
plugs and then answer the question.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
make
yeah,
it
yeah.
into the plug.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah, Ghosty Films on most social media and Dan Brown Comedy at Instagram.
And
And my son will be hung like a horse.
okay.
You would make sure of it?
I don't know. Like, how would I do
You have to
this?
genetically do this.
Yeah, like give us in inches. You get to choose.
How
Oh,
big
God.
would you make your son's dick?
No, I meant remember, the bigger you make it, the bigger asshole he's gonna be. There's not gonna be any strife or drive.
And remember, you'll know your son's dick size, which most fathers don't.
Hmm.
That's the part Bobby doesn't get. Like, we tried this another time. I have a son. If you don't have a kid, I guess this is fine. But, like, there's not a time where I've seen my kid's dick besides when I changed his diaper, okay? So I don't know his dick size, and I'm not worried about his dick size. I don't want to know his dick size. I don't want to know what he's doing with his dick. That's his time. I don't want to discuss it. We're not that family. We don't discuss fucking. So, Dan, how big's your kid's cock?
Let's just. I feel like 8 inches is not too crazy. Like, it's decent. I feel like
Decent. What are you holding?
mine's.
Is decent?
I mean, mine's
What,
average.
mule?
No, because I'm supposed to be bigger than mine, but it's also I don't want it to be like an arm. Like,
But then
He's-
you know
he's
at
got
16,
girth?
he's gonna walk around the house looking at you like he's the man of the house now.
yeah, and
He is. He's got an 8-inch cock.
and I'd be like, I gave you this. He's
And I
not
can
gonna.
take it away.
I want him to be able to ride a bike. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, wait, Bobby, you've never said that part. How old are they when we're giving him this dick?
No, like it'll develop like a normal human penis. So I'd imagine it probably taps around.
So
out
wait, you're
around
thinking
18.
about it when they're a toddler? I'm out.
It's when you're designing the baby.
Designing the baby?
Yeah, we're talking like Gattaca.
Gaga.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
Crip.
one of the
What are your
movies.
plugs? How big would your kids' dick be?
I don't have any plugs. I'm a loser. I think I'm.
You're a great follow on
Great
Twitter.
follow. What are you
I
talking?
say I think I'm Crippy McCrip on Twitter. I get suspended a lot.
It's one of the few things I've missed about Twitter is you're fucking following you, dude. That's it.
Yeah, I get suspended a lot, so I think that's it currently. And I'm giving him like 6. Like he doesn't need to be special. He can be. I don't know. I feel like he's getting 6. I don't want him to be like a man out there fucking.
You want them to
Throwing
work for
egg.
things in life. Yeah.
Yeah. But it'd be enough to make someone happy, you know. Starter home.
Exactly.
Follow us on YouTube at Pado's YouTube channel. Go to our Patreon, the Pado's Patreon. For those $3, you get tons of content. I apologize to everybody last week. We didn't put an episode out. People were asking where it was, but I put up a poll at least, let people know we missed it, but a lot of shit was going on. But we're back, baby. We're putting podcasts out now. And if I had a second son, which I will not have ever, but if I have a second son, I'm giving him micropenis. I'm going to make sure that he pushes himself to every level humanly possible. I don't know how big my son's dick is, but he's been real cocky lately. He's 16, so I'm guessing he's carrying something huge. Because all of a sudden, he doesn't give a shit about school anymore or anything else. He's already taller than me and stronger than me, so he's probably fucking carrying fucking wood. But if I have another kid, I would give him micropenis like Terrence Howard, so he'd have to push himself and become a big superstar.
Well,
And follow me on Instagram and Facebook because I am no longer on Twitter. I won't see you there. Follow me on the other thing.
yeah, check me out on those platforms and Twitter at Bobby Tamburo. Check out the East Side Dave Show with Roy Harder every Tuesday at 7:30 on Compound Media. And Pat, good news. You can either give an X or a Y chromosome. And the Y chromosome is what gives you a penis. So you know exactly what your son's carrying. Just look in the mirror.
Did you just do math?
Nah, genetics, baby.
I know, but I don't know math. It's all
And
Greek
remember,
to me.
folks, if you can't join them, beat them, and don't be a piece of shit.
But don't beat your kid's cock.